Warning: the following content contains a lot of spoilers. If you don't want to get spoiled, feel free to click off this video and watch a different video of mine. You're free to come back here after you completed the anime. Viewers' discretion is advised. Okay, I'm glad this is an anime that was enjoyable to watch. This was one of the type of animes I wanted to see since it's about zombies in action. I remember years ago when I watched a different anime about zombies called Zombieland Saga. It was a great anime, but I wanted to see zombies in action. But since we're reviewing an anime about that, let's get right to the introduction. Zom 100 Bucket List of the Dead, or for short, Zom 100, is based on a manga series made by Haru Aso. Haru Aso also made another manga series you may have heard of called Alice in Borderland. You may have seen the Netflix series, which is perfect and I highly recommend it. Anyway, back to Zom 100. As of the time I'm recording, there are currently 20 volumes and 81 chapters since 2018. It was animated by Bug Films, one of the newer animation studios out there since Zom 100 is their only known work for now. I can say that from the readings I have seen, it was made by a producer who worked at OLM. Not gonna lie, hopefully I can see what other anime Bug Films will animate someday in the future. Without further ado, let's get right to the plot. The plot starts with a 24-year-old man named Akira, and Akira hates his job. He's been working at an abusive company for over 3 years. He's been getting harsh treatment, extra work for employees, and fewer break times. But one morning, everything changes. When he woke up to go to work as usual, he saw someone getting eaten. Turns out, the zombie apocalypse breaks out, and Akira is actually happy about all of this. The reason is that he doesn't have to go to work anymore. Now what does he do? He starts making a bucket list for himself with over 100 things he wants to do before he turns into a zombie. Now fast forward to the main characters of the anime. We have Akira's friend from college, Kencho, a serious survivor named Shizuka, best girl by the way, and an otaku from Germany named Beatrix. Throughout the anime, they all travel across the country, crossing off items on Akira's bucket list. The ending ended off with Akira and his friends leaving Tokyo to explore more of Japan, and Akira agrees to share his bucket list with his friends. This is a pretty good plot, I would say, despite some weird scenes I will not get into. Either way, they are forgettable since the plot is more important and better to pay attention to. Let's move on to the animation. I have said that it was animated by Bug Films and who it was founded by in the introduction, but I will give my opinion on the animation. Honestly, the animation is pretty good for a debut anime, and it's pretty colorful since it uses multicolor, especially for the blood that comes out on the zombies. It did use some black and white in the first episode, but it later changed to colorful animation like I just said. So yeah, I hope that Bug Films will animate another anime sometime soon. Now let's get to the opening and ending themes. The opening is sung by Kanabun. You may have heard many of their other anime openings before. Some examples are Silhouette from Naruto, Baton Road from Boruto, Star Maker from My Hero Academia, and Torch of Liberty from Fire Force. Either way, anime openings from Kanabun are unique when you hear them. The ending is sung by Shiyui, and not gonna lie, I thought she sounded a bit like Auto, but it wasn't her. Maybe it's because I have listened to many Auto songs and it made me assume the ending was sung by Auto. Either way, both the opening and ending themes are great for this anime and fun to listen to. Let's get to the voice acting. The voice acting is pretty good, especially for one character. I love Beatrix's accent so much. The fact that she's a foreigner in the anime makes it even better for her voice. I am talking about her English though for your information. But if you want to hear what I want to say about the JP voice acting, I like it too, especially Shizuka's voice since she is played by Tomori Kusunoki, the same voice actress as Makima. So yeah, solid voice acting. Let's go to the last part I will review. The pacing feels like it could have done better. It started fast at first during episodes 1 to 3. Then it went a bit slow during episodes 4 to 7, which is understandable since you are getting introduced to Akira's bucket list and being informed on Kenjo and Shizuka more. But around episode 8 to 12 is where it gets a little bit out of pocket. It had a delay. It started with episode 8 being released 2 weeks after the 7th episode. The 9th episode was released a week later, but this is where the huge delay happened. The last 3 episodes were all released 3 months after episode 9. In my opinion, I feel like this was rushed. But either way, the anime is still great, but the pacing could have done better around the ending. Let's go to my final review. Time for my final review on Psalm 100. I am placing Psalm 100 on Feel Free to Watch It. It would have been placed on Please Watch This Immediately if the ending hadn't been rushed. One thing I will say, during the delay, they would have fixed the pacing in the end, but it's fine. So yeah, time for my outro. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave a like and subscribe. And also, please follow my Twitter and Twitch accounts. And please subscribe to my video on demand account if you want to see my past Twitch streams. So yeah, this is Enjeru signing off.